Sky high soars the voice, through time it's in remorse. Corrosive songs of a shrieking call, more so when does the wind howl? Only when the boiling waters calm the sand dunes in desolation. That's the planet's greatest salvation. Fine tune the forecasts, and soon we will understand how to balance the chaos of this wicked dance. Egelvoix, as it's called, we sing a song for you. Let everything come before, and even then, when you have once more called out, belong in the vessels when time comes to drift far beyond now. Standing in the gaze is a power to be emphasized. Trouble is the words left a wonder some time ago. You're left to comprehend the flash of light that is calling out, have the last laugh to a planet of consuming critics. Hear its divine words in emphatic voice. Try to imagine what lies inside. Bring it forth with an illusion to be enjoyed. Passages for another day, one of stars long gone, so far away. From beyond the dust of waste, in a time when hate was all the buzz, wrestling over what is and why 'cause. High above the lands, over turbulent seas, in invariant fields of depth, brevity and gravity. With your emerald you speak forth the sounds of creation, and through your image the place of sight. You are what is seen by the will of you. No one thought it would be this harbinger, Egelvoix, destined to arrive by a flash of light and a voice of an eagle. Into the eyes of Canuter your soul doth wander, pulsating blue and swirling just for you, for it is indeed the hero of the scene, there to lift the spirits of the lonely and call forth possessions you need to grow into the amazing. Feel beloved under Canuter, and know there is a reason the call exists. Like a blur across the horizon, Canuter will arrive in time, ready to deliver your tidings and joys of your heart. Knotted like a heavy load, and wound to tell the time, passing along all thine ambiguity. Oh, it's so hard to say. Until at last meaning stands fast. Come at last, you friends of the lands, and see the power of the divine, the shining being that is Canuter. For yonder the lights of glazed stars and shooting comets of a dazzling sky, Canuter will be here for you, to comfort you in your heart's deepest sorrows, steward of the lands, keeper of nature, nurturing to all that is good, never heeding to the laws of man, always defining justice, pervasive and influential, everlasting to say the least. You may question the need for a call in the everlasting paradise, but then who will tend to the universes of the dearly departed? Who will make certain their world is peaceful and filled with wonderment? Only a call is trusted for such a task, and Canuter will tend to your needs ever so, with the platonic love of kindness of a friend. Beholden to you and cherishing your existence, Canuter once stood with Egelvoix in battles long past, a champion of the heavens and a guardian of the celestial cause, which we regard as paradise. In the nurture of nature, Egelvoix is made resilient in loving the creation. For without the call or likes of Canuter, Egelvoix would be poison to life and the enemy of mortality. His fur forever white, brazened by the earth's moon, eternally soft to the touch and warning of the dead. To the destruction of life comes the rains of fury and breath of death, thus the call will be there to do battle, tricksters when need be and stewards to the curious. Folded times of a moment as you remember the eyes you peer into, the pulsating blues gravitating around you now, in a cosmic dance between planet and moon, love eternal, swooned by the pulse of a heart. A beat from out of life, the rhythm of all things sentient, thus the difference is seen by Canuter, that the domain of life and domain of death cease to unite, and the creation will die. You see it, you realize the balance is so grave, so deep and yet brave, that life continues to strive, in steps wider than the oceans, than the seas from below, wielding a power of life, giving unto all benevolence, and righting the ways of love. It is in his eyes you find comfort, and you feel his heart, and you see yourself reflected back through the growth of trees, flowers, and foods of the bees.